we will get to understand what exactly is the current market looking like, or when it comes to there are multiple providers, and now as a learner we have chosen to learn AWS, right? Amazon Web Services. There are other competitors like Microsoft Azure, who is very fast growing, and we have got Google Cloud, who is providing a lot of niche products and services, tool sets. And we need to understand, right, what how exactly the market looks like, and what are the different differentiators on AWS compared to the other cloud. So that is what we are going to see now. So we are going to get inside why AWS now. So looking at these pointers, okay, so think this is a little old one. So we have seen a lot of evolution, mostly in the cloud. Now it is all serverless offering. When I say serverless offering, we are not managing the server as a customer. We are not managing the server, but definitely physical servers, physical storage, physical network is needed for running your application, for storing your data, for interconnecting your application. All those physical infrastructure and components are needed, but only thing is the server, physical hardware, the physical server operating, hardware is not being managed by customer. Instead it is being managed by the provider. So this is, I'll come to the evolution again. We have to discuss it again and again. See, looking at the market, so this is couple of years old data, but still if you look at the situation in 2016 itself, Amazon has got close to 60% of customer base compared to Microsoft Azure. See, they were only 20% 7 years back. So now Microsoft Azure is coming neck to neck. Okay, so as on date, we are having a very neck on neck competition with Microsoft Azure, and there are other cloud providers like Google Cloud, Oracle. They are also having some niche segment of customer. But if you look at here, there is a 10% or close to that. There is a difference between the customer adoption, and we have a very good customer base when it comes to Amazon Web Services compared to the other customers. So there are a lot of customers who are still experimenting, who are still planning to use AWS. So definitely there is a lot of opportunity to work with Amazon Web Services. So again, this is the same slide that we had. So looking at the Gartner is an analyst firm, right? So this firm generally does a market. They will do a market learning, and then they will categorize different providers into different segment. Okay, so they will categorize into 4 different segment. So the right one on the top is the leader segment. See, whenever they are saying a particular provider is a leader, they have to execute their strategy across different industry vertical. When I say across different industry vertical, it can be financial, or it can be finance industry, or healthcare, or automobile, or manufacturing. So they have to focus their offering products and services towards all the different industry vertical, and also they have to have proper plan for the different regions, because different countries might expect the offering to be available in different language. They want to pay in their own currency, and so on. So when a particular leader covers all these different industry vertical and all the different region, then they will be considered as a leader. So Amazon is a leader in cloud infrastructure and platform as a service. So there are different service model, right? So infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So in these 2 areas, Amazon is a clear leader, and we have 2 other providers, Microsoft and Google, who is also a kind of leader in this segment. Whereas if you look at the niche players, see, niche players, they are only focusing on a particular region or a particular segment. See, Oracle, they focus mainly on database and database related customer. IBM, they have their own customer base. Alibaba Cloud, they are actually having a kind of very good presence in the Asian region, or some of the locations in China and nearby countries. They have a good customer base, but they don't have a kind of across the region or across industry vertical. They don't have customers. So challenges or someone who is going to come into the leader, they are already on some particular industry or particular region, they are doing well, but they have to get better into leader segment. See, in this challenger segment, there is no one as on date. So AWS, Microsoft, and Google are the top three cloud providers. They are all leaders in their offering and products and whatever they are providing. Looking at the revenue, Microsoft commercial cloud has got a lot of revenue. Couple of years back itself, see, last 3 years, Microsoft is the leader in the cloud annual revenue rate. The reason is Microsoft has got not just Azure, they have got Microsoft 365, which was previously called as Office 365, and they also have a very good customer base for their CRM products, Dynamics, Intune, and so on. So when it comes to commercial cloud, it covers all the different public cloud offering, not just infrastructure and platform. Even they are providing they have a very good customer base on the Office 365, Microsoft 365. They have a very good customer base. So that is the reason you see annual revenue for Microsoft is higher than Amazon Web Services. This is not just for Azure. Okay, if you compare just for Azure, definitely Amazon has got an annual better annual revenue run rate compared to the other provider. Okay, so see, when it comes to revenue, Alibaba Cloud, Google, they have a very less customer base, and hence you can see the annual revenue run rate is also lesser. So Amazon Web Services, they have a very good breadth and depth for services in both infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. You have a lot of customer base. You have a lot of customers migrating their mainframe systems, SAP systems. A lot of different workloads are getting migrated towards AWS platform. So you will get to understand what are the different products and services that we have. And this slide, it talks about the different IT service provider, especially who has a business presence in India, right? See, if you look at here in 2019, some of the companies were actually in the visionary segment. So they were trying to put together better processes, better plan for the cloud infrastructure, professional and managed services. Okay, there are two different categories here. Okay, professional services means we are giving design, we are providing some migration support, we are providing some project services work. So that is what we generally call it as professional services. Whereas managed services, see, Microsoft, Amazon, they are providing infrastructure as a service and a platform as a service. But if you look at the different scope, okay, so customer, still we need to manage certain things in infrastructure as a service. In infrastructure as a service, customer has to manage the operating system, the development related activities, the middleware, runtime, all those things. So we need someone or some IT service provider to take care of those areas. So when it comes to operating system, we still have to patch our guest operating system. We have to monitor them. We have to take backup. We need to configure alerting, notification. We need to upgrade the operating system, upgrade the software we are installing. So in such cases, like there are providers who does provide managed services. So when I say managed services, for whatever workloads that you are running on the cloud, they will provide their tools and technologies to do all those routine cloud operation stuff, like patching, backup, monitoring, alerting, integration with ITSM tools like Remedy or ServiceNow, even cost optimization suggestions and all those things. So that is what we call it as managed services. So if you look at 2019 situation, so there are very big companies who were in the visionary segment. But then if you look at the leader segment, some companies were already leader. So Accenture, Deloitte, they were already doing good for the last 4-5 years. And if you look at 2020, so there has been drastical change. There are some companies who has moved from niche players to maybe like challenger segment, and some companies have moved from Capgemini, TCS. They moved from visionaries to leaders in just a year's time. Okay, so they have been spending a lot of time, spending a lot of money in cloud market, cloud processes, and so on. So there has been a very good progress. See, the takeaway for you is, like, if you are joining companies like Accenture, Capgemini, Deloitte, they already have a streamlined process. They already have a streamlined team who can do professional services, managed services, migration, transformation. But if you are joining companies who are actually growing, you can go and grow along with their progress. Okay, so that's a difference we need to be understanding. But these companies are already doing great. Okay, and if this particular slide, it talks about they have went ahead and taken some survey. Okay, and based on the survey, a lot of 94% of the customers whoever they have surveyed, they are trying to use public cloud. So public cloud, and most of the customers are still planning to have a hybrid cloud strategy. So they will have some workload on premises and some workload on public cloud, but only public cloud is very, very less. So that is the reason public cloud is fast growing. Everyone in the company, right, the CEO level or the director level or VP level people, everyone is asked to learn the cloud basics, foundations, or practitioners. So not just the engineers or architects, everyone is trying to understand the public cloud offering to mitigate or to provide services for different customers who are trying to migrate or transform into public cloud. So looking at this segment, this is April 2022 Gartner report. You can see that companies like Deloitte has taken a very good leap, and some other companies are still. I mean, everyone is in the leader segment, but within the leader segment, you can see their maturity and different procedures, processes they have deployed. Some companies have went back to the visionary segment again because they might have lost a lot of customers to other leaders or challenges here. Okay, so couple of years back, around when the pandemic was there, or when the COVID was increasing, a lot of people started working from home. Okay, and that is the reason in 2020 2021 time frame, you could see a lot of virtual desktops or desktop as a service was growing in the public cloud. But then now it has become a hybrid model, hybrid working model, or a lot of people have started working from office. So the VDI solutioning is still there, but then not the same level 2 3 years back, right? And this is mainly to showcase like what are the different adoptions in the public cloud. So desktop as a service, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, these are the top three offering as of 2020 2021. But as on date, the infrastructure as a service adoption has definitely changed. So in 2023, so this has come more than 65 to 70%, and platform as a service is still around 40% adoption, which means customers are rehosting a lot. When I say rehosting, they are lifting and shifting their applications or the systems, the servers from their own data center to public cloud data center. So that is what is happening more as on date. Okay, so this is again showcasing how Amazon is actually growing year on year. Okay, so any questions so far? So this showcases the different public cloud market, who has got how many shares, and AWS is definitely having more than 1 million active users across 190 countries as of 2 years back. So Amazon has started their journey in 2006. Okay, so where they started providing few services, but then after 15 years now, they have got 300 plus products and services which are being consumed by different customers. I think these are all some marketing slides which you can get to understand. So definitely public cloud, you can see that things are changing over the last 4 5 years. Things have changed. The revenue that we used to get from traditional was very higher 4 5 years back, but then now you can see that cloud revenue has started growing, which means a lot of customers have already migrated towards cloud, and we need to focus on learning the cloud technologies.